Soul Rising, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am your Chakra Priestess here to do a celebrity reading for us. And the celebrity that I will be doing a chakra analysis on will be Morant. And for the past couple of days, he has been getting the dragon of his life. When it comes to him having a pow, a pew in his possession, and of course leaving the public to get all up in that tail, because he is provided this opportunity that he can make money from. However, the crowd that he is hanging with is not telling him, for the most part, or just not even putting that out there, because he wants to, in my opinion, it's just some form of validation or some sense of belonging that he possibly has not gotten from his parents, that he's able to get it with his quote unquote friends. Okay, that's just my opinion. Now, just based on observation of what I've viewed so far around the social media streets. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Please keep in mind all readings on my channel are for entertainment purposes only. Due to everything is not set in stone because of free will. Okay? And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Now, we're going to ask the question when it comes to Morant, the state of self. What is the state of self right now? What is his energy looking like overall? Oh, shoot. Hold on. One came out. The rejection card was flipped out, but I'll keep that in mind. What is the state of Morant right now? What is his energy looking like? What is Morant's overall energy? Bittersweet. There's a bittersweet energy, and it's dealing with self-expression or personal or authentic truth. Speaking, he's not able to, either he speaks his mind when necessary, or there's a sense of suffering and silence. However, there is room to grow at the bottom of the deck with the heart chakra at a heart-centered standpoint. Okay? So, as we are doing this bittersweet card, as it is being presented, is basically inner strength here, helping him to rise above the circumstances and do the right thing. It's time for him to set aside his personal agenda for the good of the group, and the person that he is becoming is capable of more than he is imagined. So basically, as a personal inquiry with this particular card, it's basically talking about parents often make difficult decisions not supported by children. And can he see the strength in the choices of others? So, interesting. So there's a bittersweet moment. And you can see in this, with this image, this individual is offering this individual a cake, and she has tears in her eyes. But this one is like, meh. So That's interesting. So he is capable. There is room for him to grow, right? But he's gonna have to do it for himself. As much as we can drag him on social media about his wrongdoings, and he's effing up on this millions and millions of dollar deal that he is basically set for life for, if he spends it wisely, spend, save, and invest wisely. But again, due to the surroundings that are surrounding him, it's leading to him going, it seems like he has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's how it's. So let's clarify that. So is something is just bittersweet when it comes to his self-expression or personal truth. So to clarify that, we have, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, with self-love, relaxation, regenerating, and replenishment. So there's a need for a spiritual bath. And at the bottom of the deck, we have abundance, fertility, belief, warmth, growth. There go the growth at the bottom of the deck again. So there's a need for a spiritual bath, possibly, if he hadn't taken it already, just to cleanse off that the whatever energy that is holding him back to grow. And he is in his prime at this time. Okay, so let's do it some more. Hidden blockages. Just the wrong deck. Hold on. Hidden blockages. What are the hidden blockages with Ja? What are Ja's hidden blockages? Let's see. Undiscovered talents. There are some hidden talents that he possesses that he hasn't discovered yet. It is encouraging him to look back in his past and think of all the things that he was good at as a child. Even if the skills seem useless now, they could easily be hidden talents. So there must have been a hidden skill or talent that he used to enjoy. He could have possibly enjoyed it in his past, but due to, the circumstances, due to the circumstances in his eyes, as well as possibly his parents' eyes, because we all know whenever people are economically disadvantaged to a certain degree, the only way out is, of course, military for a start. Military. It was military back then. But the other alternative is like entertainment and sports. So I think that's interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have being too serious. So either he's being too serious or someone else has been too serious on him in the past to where things are just left bittersweet. But it says caught up in seriousness, making it hard to enjoy what you're doing. And on the reverse side, smell the roses. When you take life too seriously, you risk losing sight of what actually needs your attention. Move away from thinking your purpose is your job, and you will start to see your light in a new light. So is basketball... I have to pose this question because I don't watch sports like that anymore. I grew up around sports, but I don't watch it like that anymore. So I have to pose the question: is basketball really the thing that he wants to do, or does it seem like a job to him to where he does not like it anymore? because as a person that gets out of that generational curse type of thing, or ancestral pattern of a person being able to accumulate millions, of course, it could cause them to literally have the world or the weight on their shoulders because they're financially supplying their family members, helping them stay on afloat until you cut them off. All right. So I have to pose the question, like, is basketball really the thing that he wants to do? According to the cards, it seems not. I have to ask that question at the end specifically. So the hidden shadow, what is hidden? Or what shadow work that needs to be addressed? There we go. What shadow work needs to be addressed? We have detached shadow. Disconnecting or disengaging from feelings. Isolated, cold, too logical, harsh, distant. Feeling your emotions to help brighten your life, both internally and externally. Open yourself up emotionally. It's what is asking him to do. Because, again, what is hidden as far as the bottom of the deck is he's probably been too serious. But however, whenever he does unwind, it seems like it's in the wrong manner. So therefore, it leads to him being bittersweet about the circumstances that he is in. And entitled is at the bottom. You owe me attitude. Self-centered. Unrealistic expectation. However, he needs to learn to stop expecting others to give him things that he can do for himself, and he will accomplish so much more. So he needs to get out of the entitlement shadow as well as the detached shadow. He needs to work on those. All right. Now, we can break it down with the chakra analysis, and I got the deck in the wrong. Okay, here we go. Now let's go into the chakra analysis. We got Ace of Cups at the root, so that's a line. We have King of Swords at the sacral. What's for the solar plexus? What the solar plexus look like for jaw? Got Knight of Coins. What is the heart? The moon. All right, so there's some hidden secrets or illusions. Thank you. Magician at the throat. Third eye. What's happening in the third eye? King of Coins. And Three of Swords is at the crown. Bottom of the deck, we have Five of Cups over it. Like, all right, so based on looking at the spread so far as Ja's energetic energy, finally we have some different cards, because the rest of the celebrity readings that I did so far, like, there was no physical essence card. When I mean physical essence, I mean root, sacral, and solar plexus. So my goodness. So I do see the root chakra is aligned with the Ace of Cups. So with the Ace of Cups, that's dealing with creativity, maybe experiencing overwhelming emotion. And so I will not clarify that, okay? So with that, he He seems to, on a foundational standpoint, he seems there is love, there's compassion, there is creativity, and however, there could be some overwhelming emotion sometime. Now, for the rest of the spread, I do see more throat chakra cards. And yeah, the root chakra is the only thing that's aligned. So let's go ahead and break it down. So on the sacral chakra aspect, we have the King of Swords card, and that is a crown chakra card. So with the King of Swords, that's dealing with the intellect. So mentally, when it comes to his emotions, he is the king of verbal precision. It is the place of true warriors. The king enters as a master of the legal and business realm. He stands ready to guard what is his, or cut away will not serve you. With this particular message, it is asking him to allow things to fully unfold before saying no. You may have created what he wanted, though it may not look the way he thought it would. And he can change the original intention to fit his outcome. The indication is basically saying clarifying discussions are required for him to get clear on his true intentions. And this is not a time for a subtly be direct, or he will repeat the past. So when it comes to this sacral chakra region, he needs to mentally cut out what is not fitting in the picture at the time, because it seems like he's at his prime. He has created the environment that he possibly wants to continue in. But however, there's still some things that he is feeling in the emotional aspect that is leading him to do reckless behavior. So he's not thinking logically, basically. There's a need to be logic and have reasoning behind the decision that he makes, and not act in impulsiveness due to your emotions not being under control. Okay. On the solar plexus standpoint, we got Knight of Coins, and that is a throat chakra card. So with the Knight of Wands, it is Knight of Coins is basically the card of focus and tension. What the universe receives from him will bring him what he intentionally asked for. No more, no less. He needs to never become what he hate or dislike. If he hates wealthy people, he will never be one of them. This is in regards to lucrative. He needs to be lucrative, skillful, contentious, honorable, profitable, sustainable, sustainability, and unwavering. So basically, the solar plexus is where your self-confidence and self-esteem is at. And therefore, when it comes to this particular card and this region, he needs to act and focus intention. He needs to focus on, especially with his coins now, because his coins are being affected at the moment with him being suspended. So he needs to get clear. He needs to get focused on what energy he puts out, because the universe will return it back to him tenfold. And yeah, that's basically what that's given. He needs to stand in his own. He needs to stand 10 toes on what he says and does with his money. Also, be conservative with it. Yeah. Be wise on where you give your coin to, or how you communicate your money. Be wise on how you handle your money. That's what I'm getting. Be wise on how you handle your money and possibly negotiations and deals. That's what I'm getting. With the moon, because like I said, his coins is being affected right now. Keep that in mind. Now the moon is a faded card, and it's a major arcana card. It's with the moon, and on the regular tarot aspect, it is dealing with illusions. It's dealing with anxiety. It's dealing with fear. It's dealing with insecurity, subconsciousness, the duality effect, the good, the bad, the light, the dark. Excuse me. So with this being here, this is a mastery. He needs to learn to master what is fake and what is real. He needs to learn how to master what is fake and what is real. Because the moon illuminates our darkness, and it can be challenging if we are unable to see what is going on. When we are willing to see what is preventing us from clarity, we become the master of our own destiny. So that reverts back to this right here, because again, with the King of Swords here, that the sword is dealing with the air signs and the mental intellect, okay? And so he needs to be able to trust himself, possibly create good habits, and be fearless on how he channel your inner lion. How about that? Channel your inner strength. That's how I will put it in that aspect. But he definitely needs to figure out what is fake, get clear on what is fake and what is real, and needs to continue to build trust in himself, possibly forgiveness. And it may be with his inner child because of this card here, because this undiscovered talent here. And he possibly has to do some inner child work, even though he is still a young adult. But hey, if you experience some traumatic events in your childhood as you're developing, again, kids soak up things like sponges, okay? So whatever they experience, whatever they endured during their childhood, it's going to stick with them until it is being healed. So sounds like he needs to go within himself at a heart-centered standpoint. And with this growth card being here at the bottom of the deck, let me read that. When it comes to the growth card. So with the growth card is basically talking about making a personal commitment and following one's heart. It's about honoring your growth and the growth of others. There's a sense of courage and abundance and an ability to stand tall. It is time to uphold what your heart knows is true. Basically, what has he outgrown, and what is he willing to become, and is he willing to become independent? Again, taking a stand, living in your truth. Could be lack of safety, clash in values, teaching by example. So growth will come into play as he begins to go within and figure out what he has outgrown, and is he willing to stand in his own truth and stand in his ish, okay? Hence, that's why the bittersweet card is here as his overall. Okay. Next, we have the Magician card, which is another faded card. And with the Magician, that is dealing with manifestation, power, skill, action, and resourcefulness. So with this being in the throat chakra region as a solar, not a solar plexus, oh my gosh, with a sacral chakra card. And the magician in this particular tarot card deck is dealing with the learning aspect. So therefore, he needs to learn how to convey messages. All lessons that are vital in our evolution must evolve emotional investment, spiritual gifts, using your intuition. So there is a need for him to learn, convey a message in his own emotional power. So basically, whatever self-expression that he relays his message to, it needs to come from him. Okay, he needs to learn to tap into his emotions. He needs to choose whatever favorite tool he likes to relay his message to. Use that to convey your message towards your audience. It's possible that he may experience in his childhood, it's possible that whatever self-expression that he used in his childhood at the time did not was not accepted enough. That's what I'm getting. Therefore, it leads to him to I wouldn't say used against him, but it was not frowned upon. Possibly not normal. Therefore, and it could be in his emotional aspect. The way he communicates with his emotions is possibly not up to standard, which probably leads to him to be like meh or close guarded, or keep that hiding because it was not acknowledged when he was younger, and it's possible he was not able to be who he really wanted to be, which is why it's probably this undiscovered talent as his hidden blockage. See, I revert back to this undiscovered hidden talent, because there is a talent. It's possible that he has a talent that he has yet to unlock, but due to him being too serious or having this so serious attitude, it probably left him feeling detached and entitled. So again, there's room for growth because he is in his prime. There is room for growth. Okay, next with the third eye chakra, we have the King of Coins. And the King of Coins is a crown chakra card. So this particular card section is basically asking him that he is the king of ambitious goals. So intuitively, he is the king of ambitious goals, meaning the universal forces are conspiring to fulfill his request. That can possibly lead to financial contentment and is on the horizon. But if he fears if he has a fear of money, then he will hide from it. So there's some scarcity. And just know that he may be further along than he thinks. But knowing what he wished to attain reveals the mile marker for the journey ahead. And this particular card is dealing with diplomacy, principles, practicality, negotiator, prestige. So the King of Coins, and with the coins aspect, that's dealing with the finances as well. So intuitively, he may feel secure or has control, or he is disciplined. He is disciplined within on how he intuitively go about things. So that's why look, there's a lion in the back. Well, there's two lions in the background. Look at that. There's two lions in the background. So, well, yeah, with the King of Coins, intuitively, he is, secure financially. However, if he has a fear of money, that could lead into that scarcity mentality. But far as I can see, there is he used his discernment when necessary when it comes to his financial dealings. I'm pretty sure he's a really good negotiator at that too. Okay. And also, lastly, we have the crown chakra. We have Three of Swords. And with the Three of Swords, this is dealing with mental betrayal or mental grief, mental heartbreak, mental loss. And with this, it's with this yellow color is dealing with the solar plexus. So mentally, he possibly feel like he's lost himself, because again, with the solar plexus dealing with your self-worth, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, self-acceptance. So there is a sense of betrayal or some sense of grief when it comes to his self. So there's a need for him in the crown chakra aspect. Okay. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. The Three of Swords. Yes. The painful thoughts. So he may be overthinking as well. It points to choices that no longer support you and may indicate false friends. You may be coping with loss or struggling with defeatist thoughts. Also, someone can love you and still leave. Knowing that a person is thinking will not bring relief. Sometimes it is the right time to declare a pattern complete. Is the paradigm finished? This is dealing with painful thoughts and ending. So it did mention about false friends, the choices that no longer support you or may indicate false friends. So it's possible there may be a divine intervention when it comes to his surroundings. It could be with friends, it could be parents, it could be with anybody, honestly, because he basically betrayed himself. There's a sense he lost himself, basically. And by doing that, when you lose yourself, you start having those painful thoughts. You start having that self-sabotaging energy. So with that being said, yeah, there's definitely a need for divine intervention on that note. And also, I don't know what faith he indulges in or practices, but possibly it's time for that to happen as well. Now, what lessons Will Ja be learning? We have peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. He'll be learning about peace, possibly having a sense of peace of mind. At the bottom of the deck, we have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I wonder what that is about. How can he improve? How can he improve himself at this time? Completion and parenting. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so with completion, it's talking about endings and in preparation for new beginnings. There we go. There go that new beginnings card. And he is being encouraged to let go of the old and make way for new. This may be related to a particular mindset, behavior, friendship, job, residence, or relationship that you have overgrown. Or it could indicate a completion of a karmic lesson. The period of study or a contractual obligation. Either way, this card serves as confirmation that he must move forward with confidence and courage towards bigger and better things. Have no fear of the unknown, for you are being divinely accompanied and guided. This card does serve as confirmation that he is definitely on the right path, and he needs to surrender himself to the changes that are occurring, and he will be led to where he needs to be. So he needs to spend some quiet time alone to connect with his inner guidance. For in the silence, he will be given the next logical step to take. Okay. And with the parenting at the bottom is indicating a natural gift for parenting and working with children. Perhaps that he have a child or children of his own, or maybe there are children in his extended family or circle of friends. Maybe he needs to play the parental role within his relationship with others who tend to behave like children. Whatever the case may be, his ability to teach, nurture, and guide the next generation raises the vibration of the world. Every ounce of the time, attention, love, and support he will invest in a child's paid dividends down the road. Okay? And what is the T? I forgot to do this in the beginning. Provide me 3 cards for Ja. What's the T with Ja? We have bankrupt. I just need 3 cards. Okay, thanks. We have bankrupt, wasting time, stuck, no changes, limited, and bad karma. So, dang. Bottom of the deck, we have Queen Rising, stepping into power, praised, upcoming spotlight. So, okay, that's interesting. Step into the power. And lastly, for us, a life coaching and closing messages for Ja. Got 2 cards. Generosity, giving from your heart with no strings attached is what is needed now. And celebrate. Take time out to celebrate. So what I'm getting from this generosity card is possibly he needs to give back to his community. And if he is lending money, if he is lending money, do it with pure intentions and not with strings attached. Because when you do it with strings attached, you're gonna feel like you're gonna be in this entitled energy. Okay. And celebration, take time out to celebrate. Take time to celebrate the small wins as the cycles are becoming to completion. All right. But that is all that I have for John right now. Those are the energies that are looking that I'm getting with Ja. There's the need for some forgiveness so he can have some peace. As cycles are coming to completions. Time is being wasted, and it could end up in this energy right here. But so be the light with Ja. Hopefully he will make a turnaround on this, because I'm pretty sure he has the influence, and kids probably do look up to him as he is in his prime and going through the motions in the league. But again, got to reevaluate your surroundings, people, places, and things, and all that. But until the next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Always remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself, so you can heal thyself, and so be the light.